And stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a quorum. Yeah, we have adjustment to the agenda. We'll be taking up 22 Barrel Terrace under continuing business.
I have a second adjustment to the agenda. The packets that you had in front of you when you came in tonight is another new shoreline zoning permit application.
21 East Angling Road will be added to new business. Any public to speak on a non-agenda item? There's nobody zooming in, correct? All right, so approve minutes for May 11th, 2022.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Made a motion, I have a second.
Second.
Jake, second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any correspondence?
None.
Oh, can we go back? I want to do one more adjustment to the agenda under continuing business, and that would be chapter 38. Please. New business, shoreline zoning permit application 14 Sable Lane. We need to accept the application as complete and schedule a site visit.
So I just want to make a quick note to you guys that this was brought to the planning board. It has not had a full review by the code enforcement office yet. If there's any other information that we need. I do know that it's going to need a variance from the Board of Appeals, but we came here first so that we would know planning board would approve before we call another meeting for that.
What are we doing here? This is a new structure?
Yeah.
So it's this wedge, so the big part is the lake. Comes to, yeah, it comes to a point.
No.
And so they've got a well back here, and they've got an old cesspool down here, and this first rectangle is the existing camp as a side deck, some stairs going down. And they want to replace the cesspool with a field, so we've had it done twice because they started this in 2017, so it's been a while. So we got a new one, and we had to get some variances to do that. Side setbacks, variance to the house, that kind of thing. So it's a tight lot. And right now it's 18 feet 5 from one sideline. And we're trying to put our 30%, most of a little bit in front of the 100 foot. The rest of the addition is beyond 100 feet, and trying to get a driveway back up in the wedge back up there.
Well, I asked because it's checked off as a new structure, not an addition. on the
It
permit.
is. So if we were gonna put a foundation under, we'd have to move back 100 feet, but we can't really move back 100 feet.
But you said the structure is already there.
There is an old camp there that we'd like to take down.
Oh,
Yeah. And put a new structure on foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 100 feet back? to the new
No,
structure?
the new part of the new structure is gonna be on the same footprint it is. And when you see it too, there's some steep hill in between. So the existing is there, and then there's a steepness back in there,
So is this gray area, what you're proposing?
30%, right?
And this existing camp gets torn down?
Right. Yeah, when you see it, you'll see why. Yeah,
and the garage is already there. so-
no, the garage would be proposed, we got back in there.
And we're only 18 and a half feet Well,
Right.
we're gonna be even less than that, on the backside of that new addition,
14
Right,
feet,
14
14
feet.
foot off the lot line.
Right.
And if I could move it over, I know Bailey, we talked about that, but I've already got septic design variances for side setback and the septic to a foundation setback, so it's like.
You're gonna need a variance off the lot line too.
From the appeals board,
So who approves variances?
The appeals board.
Yeah.
Appeals.
but I guess the septic design, it's the LPI does those variances, or the state.
Yep.
And they do have letters from the abutters that are fully on board and understand what's going on. We're not really we don't have to take any trees down on one side. Certainly where the new septic is, we've got to take a couple trees, but.
So would she have to go to the appeals board before we do anything? Because we can't make a decision unless,
You can make a decision on the shoreline zoning application with the condition that it's approved by the Board of Appeals. Instead of trying to go in conjunction and having one of you deny it and one of you approve it, and the appeals board being an unpaid board. I decided that it would be best in the planning board first, since we have a regular meeting, rather than go to them. So if you guys approve it, you can approve it with the condition of their approval, and if they don't give their approval, the permit doesn't go through.
And all of this new addition you're proposing is beyond the 100 foot?
No, except for the 30% that's on the gray side of the shaded side.
so the garage is over 100 feet.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 120, I think. Yeah.
So most of this addition's on.
Yeah, and this is the 100-foot line, this
Right, it's right.
dashed, big
Right
heavy
there.
line.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Most of it is, they got
Except, right,
that lateral
One
expansion
triangle.
is not, and then, yeah, this little piece there. And then, of course, if we're demo the camp.
So anything beyond that dotted line, I'm not saying that we don't care about, but that's not something that we,
It's not relevant to.
it's not relevant to
No.
us. Okay.
Well, it's-
Except for affecting where the house can be moved.
Yeah.
well,
no,
that and, like, yeah, and the setback. But I guess that's not relevant.
Yeah, but we only care about this setback up to the line.
But somebody's gonna care about that setback.
Yes, that would be the appeal court.
What a weird shape.
and the butters on that, the butters on that side, the 14-foot side, have signed off on it?
Yeah, both of them have, so on the 14-foot side over there, they've got lots sort of high, they've got trees. It's down, there's more trees, and they're a little farther away, I want to say they might be 80 feet away. Yeah, 100. And yeah, so they're gonna walk it this weekend, but they sent a letter, I brought the letters from the abutters. But I figured you didn't need them at the planning board, but I sent them to
The
you by
planning board
email.
can still ask for a butter to be notified for.
Yeah, I
So
would
I
want
do-
them to be notified.
Okay, so I sent them to you by email just this afternoon.
Okay,
The
I haven't
letters.
seen them.
No, and then I did have a copy of them, so.
Okay.
And the one on the 14-foot side, she was just worried that we were gonna come and move the lot line. We can't move the lot line, we're not coming to the planning board to move the lot line, and we're not taking any trees down, so I think she finally understood, and her son got involved, and yeah. They hired a surveyor just to make sure our pins were right. So the surveyors concurred, so that's a good thing.
Don't we typically have something for the permit for, as part of the application for septic? Or do we get that later? I don't recall. I apologize.
It's not a requirement of the application, but anything required.
And I sent it to you as part of the packet, the HHE.
Okay,
It might not be in here, in the one that I gave to the planning board, it might
Oh,
be in
okay.
the actual full packet, that's.
Yeah, so we do have that, I did submit, and it is staked out, so you guys can see that.
all right. So I need a motion to accept application as complete and schedule a site visit.
Two separate motions, please.
I'll make most of the applications complete.
Have a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Need a motion to schedule a site visit. Our next meeting is when, June?
June 8th.
All right, so I know I missed the last meeting, but cut it out. I have to pick-
Vacation again?
Well, it's graduation. I have to pick my mom up from the airport. Actually, I might be able to make it because might be able to be back from the airport. I will try.
I will also note that the East Angling Road is also in that direction, so both can be done on the same night. East Angling Road is a little bit further.
So let's do this one at 5:30. Or after East End. 10 minutes, let's do this one at 5:30.
Okay, 5:30. Is that his motion? On what day?
I don't remember what you said. June
June
8th.
June 8th. Have a second?
Second.
Best motion, Jake second. Any discussion? All those in favor? So June 8th at 5:30. All right, perfect. This is not on the agenda. What's going on here, man?
So they're looking to jack the camp and move it off-site temporarily, dig out the existing posting pads and dig for a full foundation. I did, when I notified them of this meeting, I don't remember what day I sent the email, I don't think I ever got a response, so I will try to call tomorrow. I asked them for a soil and erosion control plan because of how much they're going to be excavating for the foundation. And I asked them for some other information related to the building permit that isn't necessarily important to the planning board, but if you want to know it, I can provide it once he does.
The Crosby, I can't, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses, I can see Crosby. How far is that away from the river? Do we know?
They're all right side by side down there.
Oh, they do.
Yes, when you first drive in there, take the first drive in the left, they're all 4 or 5 in a row right there. Some of them already have foundations, some of them have already known, quite a few of those down there are the same thing, they're just trying to propose.
I need a motion to accept the application as complete and then a motion to schedule a site visit.
Motion, the application is complete.
That's the motion. Have a second?
Second.
No second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Need a motion to schedule a site visit?
Make motion for a site visit, June 8th.
At 5 PM. Last motion, have a second?
Second.
No second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
5:30.
Okay, so under continuing business, I want to bring up chapter 38. Chapter 38 has, I don't know, how long we've been doing that?
While.
Long time. So it had went to the Board of Selectmen for them just to go over and provide suggestions. We don't need approval. We just wanted suggestions from the Board of Selectmen on things that they might have seen that needed of changes. So the Board of Selectmen had received it and have not voted to send it back to the board, the planning board. I personally don't think we need a vote. I would like to see chapter 38 and the suggestions that the Board of Selectmen may come back to the planning board for us to review.
All right, we'll say I spoke with the administrative assistant today to schedule a meeting with myself, her, the town manager, and the town attorney to discuss the game plan moving forward, try and get it done with the Board of Selectmen into a town meeting. Procedural stuff doesn't really involve the board or a timeline to get it to a town meeting, but that is moving forward. I think we're trying to schedule it for June 21st, that meeting, so that I can come back to the board for the second meeting in June with some information. I asked for it to be before a planning board meeting so that we could discuss it.
Okay, but I would like to see what suggestions they have so we can start going through and making whatever adjustments we
But
do necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Should we make a motion on that?
if you, yeah, you can.
I make a motion that the planning board receive the recommendations that the Board of Selectmen made on chapter 38. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, next meeting, June 8th, site visit at 5, then at 5:30, and meeting at 6. So I need a motion to adjourn.
6:17.
I'll second that. All those in favor? Unanimous. All right, perfect. Thank you.